who you're going to be supporting in that race, either Chris Shays or Jim Himes?
You know, I haven't made a decision, and at some time I'll announce something. But look, I would be less than direct if I didn't say that Congressman Shays and I have worked very closely over the years. We're very close friends. I just think he's a great person and a great congressman. So, without endorsing anybody, that's the way I feel about Chris Shays.
Would the Democrat? I'm sorry.
You know, I don't know Jim Himes very well, but I just think Chris Shays is a real asset for our state.
You've observed at other times that perhaps a lot of Democratic candidates might not want an endorsement from you at this particular time. Do you think that would be true of Mr. Himes?
Well, I leave that to Mr. Himes. I'm sure a lot of Democratic candidates are not hankering for endorsements from me in Democratic primaries. Perhaps more will be happy to have it in a general election.
Speaking of which, what are your thoughts on the petition to strip you of your caucus rights?
Oh, the petition, yes. That petition. Well, I'm not going to sign it. And I believe that my wife will not sign it either, although she probably has mixed feelings. No, I'm teasing. Look, it's the right of the people to petition in the way they did. You know, I'm not worried about it. This is up to my colleagues in the Senate Democratic Caucus next year. Look, I was lucky enough to be reelected to the Senate in 2006 by the people of Connecticut as an independent. I continue to caucus with Democrats as a matter of choice. But, you know, I made a promise to the voters here in Connecticut, two promises, really big ones, in the fall of 2006, that if I was privileged to be reelected, I would always try to do what I believed was right, regardless of the politics. And secondly, I would work across party lines to get things done. And that's what I'm doing. Now, I know that makes some Democrats unhappy, but I'm going to continue to do what I think is best for my state and my country and let the politics take care of themselves.
Speaking of endorsements, you mentioned last week that you thought Chris Dodd would be a good choice as vice president for Barack Obama.
I don't want to offer my endorsement because it might hurt him. But just as, you know, I was asked the question, I think Chris Dodd, by a lifetime of service, and really by great personal and governmental skills, if he's being considered by Senator Obama for vice president, he has earned that consideration.
You were there in 2000. Any advice, anything you'd say, do this but don't do that because this didn't work for us, or how would you give him any advice on that?
Well, most of the advice I'd give Chris, I'd give him privately, and we talked a little, and, you know, he was very helpful to me in 2000. You know, he's got a record, and it's a great record, and most of all, I know he'll be himself, and he probably won't say much to the media. That was another lesson I learned. Because, you know, the presidential candidate, this is a very closed and secretive process, and the presidential candidates will make the decision on their own. But I think all of us in Connecticut should really be proud that Chris Dodd is being considered for the